Hello students, myself is Parminder Singh from Prab Kirpa classes. Our today's topic is surface area of sphere, basic concept and formulas. After going through this course, the students will understand that sphere is a three-dimensional geometric object which is round and symmetrical. The students will also understand the difference between sphere and hemisphere. They will understand that hemisphere is only one part of the sphere. That is, when the sphere is divided into two equal halves, the each equal half is known as hemisphere. The students will also understand that while the sphere has only one face, that is curved face, hemisphere has two faces, that is curved face as well as one flat base. The students will also understand that there are many real world examples of spheres such as basketball, sun, moon, earth, and various celestial bodies. The students will also understand that the formula for calculation of surface area of the sphere is 4 pi r square. The students will also understand that if the radius of the sphere is doubled, they will learn what will happen to its surface area. We will perform practical examples to calculate the surface area of various spheres when radius or diameter is given, or when the radius is given and the radius has been doubled, then what will happen to the surface area. Now the topic before us is sphere. Now we will discuss what is the meaning of sphere, what are the properties of a sphere. We will also understand the real world examples of sphere, and we will also learn the difference between sphere and hemisphere. First, we will define sphere. A sphere is a three-dimensional geometric object that is perfectly round and symmetrical. We take the example of sphere. A basketball or a tennis ball is an example of sphere. We can visualize sphere as a three-dimensional object as it extends outward in all directions in such a way that each and every point on the surface of the sphere is at equal distance from the center. The sphere does not has distinct three dimensions such as length, breadth and height. Still, it is regarded as three-dimensional object. The distance between the center and any point on the surface of the sphere, let it be x, this point or this point, the distance between center and any point on the surface area of the sphere is equal and remains constant, and this constant distance is known as radius and is represented by the word r. Now we will discuss the properties of sphere. A sphere is a symmetric with respect to its center. This means that any line passing through the center divides the sphere into two equal halves. You can see here that a sphere has been divided into two equal halves, and each half is known as hemisphere. And any point on the surface of the sphere is at equal distance from the center. You can see from the picture that while the sphere has only one face, that is curved face, while the hemisphere has curved face as well as a flat base. A sphere has smooth and continuous, you can see here that this is smooth and continuous surface with no edges and vertices. Edges and vertices means such type of situation. Now we will understand real world examples of sphere. Basketball or tennis ball is a common example of sphere. Earth and Sun, though not a perfect sphere, their shape closely resembles a sphere. Planets like Mercury, Venus, Mars, as well as other celestial bodies such as moons, asteroids, often exhibit spherical shapes. Now we will understand the difference between hemisphere and sphere. In this picture, you can see that this is a sphere and this is a hemisphere. A sphere is a three-dimensional geometric shape that is completely round. You can see here that it is completely round, with all points on its surface are at equal distance from the center. A sphere has only one face and that is curved. You can see here that sphere is curved. You can see it from any direction, it is curved. Whereas a hemisphere, which is half of a sphere, it has two faces. One is curved face, this is curved face, and this is flat base. The two shapes, that is sphere and hemisphere, are related, but the hemisphere has a flat base. You can see here that it is a flat base, while a sphere has no base. Now, surface area of a sphere. Surface area of a sphere is the total area covered by its curved surface. This is the curved surface. Total area covered by its curved surface. Now, what is the formula for surface area of a sphere? It is 4 pi r square, where a represents the surface area of the sphere. Pi is a mathematical constant and it is approximately equal to 22/7 or 3.14159. In this case, r represents the radius of the sphere, which is the distance from its center to any point on the surface. You can see here that this is also known as radius. This is radius. We can also add that we have already uploaded many courses on various topics such as tips for crafting engaging speeches, good communication skills are the key to success, how to manage stress in our life, job application format, unlocking the power of mental wellness, mastering Heron's formula, most common mistakes in English grammar, 13 useful resume writing tips, what must be in your CV, resume or biodata. We have also uploaded the courses on CON, cybersecurity, computer virus, and much more. You can also look out for the same. Now we will solve the questions pertaining to the surface area of sphere. Now the first question before us is, find the surface area of a sphere of radius 10.5 centimeter. In this picture, you can see that this is a sphere and this is the radius which has been given to us. So answer. Radius of sphere r is equal to 10.5 centimeter. This is given. You also know that the formula to calculate the surface area of sphere is equal to 4 pi r square. Now we also understand that pi is a mathematical constant which is equal to 22/7. Now we will put in the relevant values. 4, next comes pi, 22/7. Now comes r square. R square means r is to be used 2 times, 10.5 into 10.5. 4 into 22 over 7 into 105 over 10 into 105 over 10, because we have removed this point. Now we can divide both these figures by 5. Now these two and these two are cut here with 4. Now you can use 7 to cut 21 by 3. 7 into 3 is 21. Now what is left is 22 into 3 into 21. Now 21 into 3 is 63. We will multiply it by 22. 268, 213, 1386. 1386 square centimeter. This is the answer. Surface area of sphere is 1386 square centimeter. Now the next question before us is, find the surface area of a sphere of radius 5.6 centimeter. This is the sphere and this is the radius. Now answer. What has been given to us is radius denoted by r is equal to 5.6 centimeter. You also know that what is the formula for calculation of surface area of sphere? It is 4 pi r square. You know that this is the sign of pi, which means 22 over 7. It is a mathematical constant. Now we put the value of pi, then we will put the value of r square. R square means 5.6 into 5.6. Now 4 over 22 over 7 into 56 over 10, 56 over 10. If we solve it, it will come 394.24 square centimeter. This is the answer. Now the third question before you is, find the surface area of a sphere of radius 14 centimeter. Now you can see here that this is a sphere, this is the radius 14 centimeter which has been given to us. Now what is given is radius, which is 14 centimeter. Now what is the formula for calculation of surface area of sphere? Is 4 pi r square. Now we will put the relevant values. Pi 22 over 7, r square is 14 into 14. Now you will use it to calculate. Now we will multiply 2464 square centimeter. You can multiply this in any way. For the purpose of simplicity, we have multiplied 4 by 14 and 22 with 2. Now this is the answer before you. In the earlier questions which we have did, radius was given, but But in these questions, diameter of the sphere has been given and we have been asked to calculate the surface area of sphere. Now we will try to solve the same. You can see here that this is the sphere, this is the diameter of the sphere. Now what is the diameter? Diameter of sphere is equal to 14 centimeter. You also know that radius is half of diameter. Diameter divided by 2. Now 14 is divided by 2. So the radius comes 7 centimeter. Now what is the formula to calculate the surface area? Surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square. Now we will put the relevant values. Pi is a mathematical constant and its value is 22/7. Now we will put in the value of r square. R is 7. 7 into 7. 7 is cut here and now we will multiply it. This item and this item has been multiplied. 4 into 7, 28. Balance 22, we will multiply. 616 square centimeter. This is the answer before us. Now the next question which is before us is find the surface area of a sphere of diameter 21 centimeter. You can see here that this is the sphere and this is the diameter which is 21 centimeter. Now this is the answer we are doing. Diameter is equal to 21 centimeter. We also know that radius is half of diameter. Diameter divided by 2. 21 divided by 2. 10.5 centimeter. This is the radius. Now, what is the formula for calculation of surface area of sphere? 4 pi r square. Now we will put in the relevant values. Pi, this is the pi, which is a mathematical constant and represented by 22/7. Now we will put in the value of r square. This is 10.5 into 10.5. 4 into 22/7. 105/10. We have removed this point and added 10 below, divided the item by 10. Now we will divide each item which is above or below by 5. Now we will 2, 2, 4, we will cut here 4. We will use this 7 to divide 21, this. Now what is left is 22 into 3 into 21. This is 22, this is 3, this is 21. We will multiply it. 2, 3, 6, 2, 6, 12, 6, 8, 1, 3, 8, 6. 1, 3, 8, 6 square centimeter. This is the surface area of this sphere. The answer is before you. Now the next question before us is find the surface area of sphere of diameter 3.5 centimeter. You can see here that this is the sphere and this is the diameter. This is the central point and from here to here this is the radius. Answer. Diameter which has been given to us is equal to 3.5 centimeter. Now you know that radius is half of diameter. Diameter divided by 2. 3.5 divided by 2. What it comes? We arrive at 1.75 centimeter. You also know that the formula to calculate the surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square. We will put in the relevant values. 4 into pi. Pi is a mathematical constant and is represented by 22/7. Now we will put in the value of r square. R square is 1.75 into 1.75. We will try to solve it. 4 into 22/7, 175/100, 175/100. Because we have removed this decimal point, now we will divide this by 25. Now we will remove this 4 with this. This 7 will be cut with this, and we will divide it by 2, and it will also be divided by 2. Now what is balance with us? This 11 and this 7 is balance. 11 into 7 over what is left below? It is 2. It is 77/2 is equal to 38.5 square centimeter. This is the answer. Surface area of the sphere is 38.5 square centimeter. Now the question before us is, the radius of spherical balloon increases from 7 centimeter to 14 centimeter as air is being pumped into it. Find the ratio of surface areas of the balloon in the two cases. You can see here that this is one sphere which is a small balloon and it has the radius of 7 centimeter. Now the air has been pumped into it and its radius has increased to 14 centimeter. This is the large balloon. Now we have been asked to calculate the area of ratio of surface area of the balloon in two cases. In our earlier questions, radius or diameter was given and we had to calculate the surface area, and the formula was very simple, 4 pi r square. This question is also very simple, though it appears to be somewhat difficult. Now let us see how we will solve it. Answer. Here what has been given? That the radius increases from 7 centimeter to 14 centimeter, from here to here. So let R1 be the radius of smaller balloon, this balloon. Is equal to 7 centimeter. Now let R2 be the radius of larger balloon, this one. What we have assumed that we have taken the radius in the first case as R1 and in the second case we have taken it as R2. Now what is next? You also know that what is the formula to calculate the surface area of a sphere or balloon? Surface area of sphere, because it is a spherical balloon, that is it is a sphere. Surface area of sphere formula is 4 pi r square. Now what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the ratio of sphere surface area of balloon in the two cases. That is, we will take the ratio of surface areas, calculate ratio of surface areas. That is, one surface area will be taken up and the other will be taken below the line, so that we may arrive at the ratio. Now what will be taken first? First will be taken the sphere which has 7 centimeter as radius. So here we will take surface area of smaller balloon. Below it we will take surface area of larger balloon, because 7 centimeter was given earlier and 14 was later. So we will, while calculating, we will take the surface area on the upper side and will divide it by the surface area of larger balloon. What it will be here? It will be 4 pi r1 square. It will be divided by 4 pi r2 square. Now we will put in the relevant values. 4 pi r1 is 7 square. Now 4 pi r2 square, r2 is value is 14 square. 4 pi will be cut with 4 pi. Now what is balance? 7 square over 14 square. We will solve it. 7 into 7, 14 into 14. What will be balance? 7 will be cut with 14. Now what is balance? 1 over 2 into 2. 1 over 4. So the ratio of surface areas is equal to 1:4. This is the answer. Now the question before us is, find the radius of a sphere whose surface area is 154 square centimeter. Now this is the radius which we have to calculate. Now what is given to us is surface area of sphere. It is equal to 154 square centimeter. We have to calculate the radius, that is r. We have to calculate. Now what is the formula for calculation of surface area? Surface area of sphere is equal to 4 pi r square. We know that the value of surface area of sphere is already given. What is it? 154, and it is equal to 4 pi r square. 4 pi r square. Now we will put in the relevant values. Pi means 22 over 7. R square is not known to us because we have to calculate r. In other words, we can say that r square is equal to 154 into 7, 4 into 22, because this item will go to upper side and these items will go to below. Now we will try to solve it. We will divide it by 2, this item by 2. 11 into 7, becomes 77. Now what is left is 7 into 7 divided by 4. It means 49 over 4. In other words, we can say that it is 12.5. This is R square, 12.5. What is R? It will be under root of 12.5 and it will come as 3.5 centimeter. This is the answer. We have been able to calculate the radius of the sphere as 3.5 centimeter. Now the question before us is, the diameter of the moon is approximately 1/4 of the diameter of Earth. Find the ratio of their surface areas. This question appears to be very difficult, but it is not so. We know the diameter of the moon is approximately 1/4 of the Earth. We have taken the diameter of the Earth as d and that of the moon as d divided by 4, because the diameter of the moon is 1/4 of the diameter of the Earth. So let diameter of Earth is equal to d. Then we assume that the diameter of moon is equal to, it is given in the question that diameter of moon is 1/4 the diameter of the Earth. So it is d divided by 4. We know that the radius is half of diameter. So radius of Earth is equal to d divided by 2. So next, the radius of moon, it is diameter of moon divided by 2, d4 into 1 over 2, that is, it is d over 8. So what is the formula for surface area? Surface area is equal to, formula is 4 pi r square. So now what is the surface area of Earth? It is 4 pi. We have assumed that value of r in case of Earth is d2. It is d over 2 square. So the surface area of moon is equal to 4 pi. What is the value of r in case of moon? It is d8. d8 over 2. Now what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the ratio of surface areas. So here we will write ratio of surface areas. Now what is written earlier? It is written as moon is written early and then written Earth. So we will take the surface area of moon first. And it will be divided by surface area of Earth. What is the surface area of moon? It is 4 pi d8 square. What is the surface area of Earth? It is 4 pi d2 square. 4 pi will be cut with 4 pi. What is balance? It is d8 square divided by d2 square. Now what is comes out? It comes out that it is d square divided by 8 square divided by d square over 2 square. In other words, we can say that d square over 8 into 8, 64 into d2 will remain below d square. It will come on the upper side, 2 2 4. D square will be cut this 4 over 64. It will we will divide by 4. It will come as 1 over 16. So the ratio of surface areas is 1 of 16. This is the ratio. This is the answer. Now we will do recap. A sphere is a three-dimensional geometric object that is perfectly round and symmetrical. Any point on the surface of the sphere is equidistant from the center. A sphere has smooth and continuous surface with no edges or vertices. A sphere has only one face, that is curved. The surface area of the sphere is total area covered by its curved surface area, and the surface area of the sphere can be calculated by the formula 4 pi r square, where pi is a mathematical constant and equal to 22 over 4 or 3.14, and r stands for radius of the sphere. If you like our video, please like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you.